This video will help you become acquainted with some of the changes to the new Infinite Campus Instruction module. Through a series of videos, you will learn how to access messages, take attendance, and view your students through the roster module. A separate video will contain some of the minor changes that have been made to the already existing gradebook. The first change that you will notice is the bright green color across the top. This area is called the action bar. The action bar contains information about your school and the academic year. You will also notice that the log off button has been moved to a new location. The second change is in the look and the number of modules that are located in the index section on the left-hand side. The larger size font and increased spacing between the modules allow for easier access to these modules, especially for our tablet devices. The third change is in the type of messages. Messages are located in the middle of your screen. The first type of message is called a sticky note. Sticky notes are yellow pieces of paper that appear next to the message. These messages will always appear at the top of the screen and cannot be deleted. The second type are school notices. These are the same type of message that Julia typically sent out on a daily basis. These messages typically indicated what substitutes were in the building, whose birthday were coming up, etc. School message will continue to be part of Wood Oaks next year as well. Remember, you can always delete a message by clicking on the check mark and then clicking on the word delete. At the top of the message center, you will see a box next to the words Message Center. This orange box indicates how many new messages you have and will appear whenever a new message can be found. This orange box will disappear once all the messages have been read. This ends the first overview video to the new campus instruction module. The next video will talk about how to take daily attendance.
The attendance tool in campus instruction allows teachers to take attendance for their assigned classes for the day, either by viewing a class roster or a seating chart. Let's take a look at both ways of completing attendance using the attendance tool. In campus instruction, the attendance tab displays how many periods for which attendance still needs to be submitted. So as we can see here, Teacher David Lake still needs to submit attendance for 2 sections today. We can change class periods using the period buttons at the top of the page here. As you can see, all students are marked as present by default. Note that even if all students are present and on time, we still have to click Save to submit the attendance. Any students that are absent can be marked as such by selecting the A next to their name. Any tardy students can be marked tardy by selecting the T. Any comments entered here become part of a student's attendance record and are visible in the attendance tools used by school attendance officials. Note that teachers can only mark a student as present, absent, or tardy. They cannot assign an excuse code, like unexcused, to an attendance event. Once we're finished, we'll click Save. As you see here, the number next to the attendance tab decreased from 2 to 1, since we only have to take attendance for 1 more class today. The other way we can submit attendance is by using the seating chart. Once the seating chart has been set up, we can use that to take attendance in pretty much the same way. As you can see, students are arranged here as they may be on a class seating chart. We can mark students absent or tardy as needed, and add any comments about a student's absence or tardiness by clicking the word bubble icon below it. Once we're finished entering the comment, we'll click OK, and the comment now appears under that student's name. Once again, we'll click Save when we're finished. And since we've now taken attendance for all classes today, the number in the attendance tab has disappeared. This is how you can complete attendance for a specific period using campus instruction.
The next video will talk about how to use the roster module.
The roster allows you to view information for current, incoming, and dropped students for the section selected in the drop-down list. A variety of student data can be viewed here, but cannot be managed because this screen is read-only. To view active, incoming, or dropped students in a standalone page, click click on the corresponding icon to show only those students. In any view, columns can be sorted by clicking on their column name, by student name, gender, grade level, their date of birth, their start or end dates, flags, health conditions, IEP, and PLP. In the roster, student pictures and student numbers display if those options were selected in your account settings. View individual student information by clicking the blue hyperlinked name. Detailed information about the student and their guardians, including contact information, appear. Non-household relationships, person comments, and contact comments display if they were entered. The student's information can be printed from this screen. A student's name displays in green text because they are incoming students or have recently been enrolled into the course. The name will stay green for the amount of days set in System Administration Preferences, days to flag roster additions. Start or end dates will display if the student was enrolled after the scheduled start date for the course or dropped the course before the end of the course date. Any flags assigned to students display in the Flags column. Flags list program flags associated with grades, emergency contact information, and other flags that may be attached to students. Hover over a specific flag to see more detailed information about that flag. For example, this flag is a custody restriction. The health column indicates a student has a health condition. This icon appears as an EMT symbol. The icon will only appear if your district preferences are set to yes in System Administration and the condition in the condition list is marked as flagged. If either of these preferences are not marked, then you will not see this icon for the student. Hover over the health icon to view more detailed information that was entered about that alert. For this student, she has limited mobility. When a student has an IEP or PLP, a paper icon appear in the appropriate column. The IEP indicates the student has an active individual education plan. The PLP is an indication the student has a personal learning plan. If you are an active member of the student's IEP team and the IEP is locked, you'll be able to click the icon to view more information. The same goes for the PLP. This concludes how to view section-specific student information.
This concludes how to view section-specific student information.